Alright, first step you're going to want to do, get underneath here. I'm on the driver's side. Right here on the frame. You can see that little tab sitting up on top of the frame. And that little module right there trying to get a light on it. You want to unplug that. It's hard to see, but you can reach your hands up there. You can actually get both hands on it, push down on the clip with one and pull with the other one. That will stop allowing the fuel pump to run, so we can crank it until we release all the pressure out of the fuel lines. Alright, should be good now. To disconnect the battery, it was, at least for mine, it's an 8mm on the negative, 10mm on the positive. Then we are going to get the air box out of the way. So I'm going to unplug the mass airflow sensor here, unplug that line there, so right here, and then it's these 4 bolts, which are also a 10mm deep well. Alright, got those bolts out. One thing I didn't mention is this vacuum line right here. Okay, vacuum line right there. And then this should, one-handed's fun, but this should lift right off of there. It pops right off. And then you can kind of use these bends in here. Grab that thing, pull it out of the way, swivel it so it sticks up here out of the way. Now I can get to the fuel rail. This is what I'm trying to access right here. You can see it on both sides. While I'm in here, I also got the fuel pressure regulator sensor here. It tells you how much fuel pressure you're getting. I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm in here. It's like a $20 part, so they're known to go bad. So I figure might as well go ahead and do that while we're in here. The other thing I'm going to do, I won't show in this video, but I just did coils and plugs about a month ago, so I'm going to pull all the coils, make sure the plugs are still tight in there. They have a tendency to kind of walk themselves out. So next step, just for ease, going to want to remove this. It has a little green tab. Push the little green tab and it just pops right off. Same thing over here, the little green tab's kind of on the back. Push it, it pops right off. You know, might not hurt to make note of kind of the orientation that was in, so you put it back the same way it came off. So with this one, it's 2 8mm bolts. You have a vacuum line right there, a plug right there, and then you just wiggle it. I put rags underneath it just in case any fuel came out. None came out, but what I did notice in taking it out is that the O-ring that was on it stayed in there, and there's a lot of dirt right there. So I'm going to get some small needle nose pliers, grab that O-ring out of there, and clean that up real well before I put the new one on. Got that O-ring out really easy. Got that all cleaned up there. I'll hit it again right before I put the thing on it, but what I would use to clean this stuff up, anything that you come across, that way, yeah, that's not going to hurt if a little bit gets in the fuel rail or anything. And it dries really quick, it doesn't leave any residue. I took a rag, put it down in there around all the injectors, get around all the plugs, kind of covering the coil, you know, the hole where the coil and the spark plugs are. And when I said plugs on this, I meant get around the plugs on the injectors, kind of get underneath there. Just be careful, don't want to snap anything off. You don't want to snap the plugs off to the coils or the injectors. Next thing, 8mm. We're going to hit that there. This one back here. You can kind of see them on those U-shaped bolts coming off of the fuel rail. And then we've got one here and one back there. So those 4. Okay, those 4 bolts are out. I've got rags in place. I said all over the coils and injectors. So should at this point just be able to, you know, they're in there with O-rings, so, but there you go. A little pressure like that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 popped out on this side. Gonna kind of leave them sit there. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of fuel out of here, honestly. And then come over here. Same thing, kind of wiggle back and forth a little bit while I'm pulling up. And back one was still stuck in there. There you go. Now they're all popped out of the engine. Yep. Seen people say a few different ways to do this, but you can see that little metal clip right here. Push that off of there. Push on one side. Again, I'm doing all this one-handed, so if I can do it one-handed, you can do it with two hands. Here's what that clip looks like. You're going to set that to the side because you will need it. You see I've already got the other one as well. And then again, you're basically just fighting an O-ring. There's another O-ring up in the top here, so kind of wiggle, pull. There it is. That one's now out of the way. 2 down, 6 to go. Alright, I've got them all out. One thing to note when you're pulling them out, some of them are coming out with gas sitting in them, so if you can try to keep them upright, then the gas won't spill out and then you can dump it wherever you want, instead of, again, down on your coils and everything. Alright, none of those really gave me any trouble. I had one of these little clips that was kind of stuck. I just put a screwdriver back here, pulled on it, just make sure you don't launch it. Other than that, I was able to just give a little pressure with my fingers and they came right off. So now I'm going to go through and oil the... No, I'm not going to do that yet. Hang on. There is a clip I need off of the old injectors. Little orange plastic pieces. Again, I would imagine probably a little pressure from my finger will make it come off, but we'll have to see when I'm not holding the camera. Alright, got those little tabs off. I'm not 100% sure what those do, to be honest with you, but we will see. Opened up the new injectors and they were the wrong ones. The plug is slightly different and the body is a little bit bigger. I'm not sure that the body being a little bit bigger around would necessarily matter, but the plug doesn't work, so they're not going to work. So I'm going to move on to the next couple parts of this for me, which are going to be, again, replacing this. And then while we're at it, we're going to throw a new fuel filter on because I don't know the last time a fuel filter was done. All right, at least the sensor they sent me appears to be correct. So for that, super easy. I got just a little thing of fresh oil here. A little bit of oil on that O-ring just to help it go in there without catching or ripping or anything like that. Don't put a ton on there. Just a little drop and spread it all the way around it. Put that on there. Put those 2 little bolts back in. I left my bolts sitting with the old part. That way I would know for sure that's what they went to. Because a lot of, these bolts are pretty similar and everything else. Plug it up, and then I'm going to wait to put this vacuum line back on because I know as soon as I start putting the injectors on, that's just going to get knocked off again. Fuel filter location. There's the front of the vehicle. Front door. Come underneath here. This took me a minute to find, so I'm going to save you a little time here. Up behind this little panel, 2 nuts. Put that panel down, and if I can get around the frame here, there's your fuel filter. So let me sit up here, grab my socket, tell you what size that was. That is a 10 millimeter. It wasn't really a video for how to change a fuel filter, but for anybody who hasn't done it before, you're going to get yourself one of these fuel line removal kits. Typically come with a few different sizes. I find most of the time I end up using this one. That says oil cooler line, but it always works for me for fuel. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take that, you're going to have a line coming in here, line coming in here. You're going to, this is like spring loaded. Put that around the line. If I can do it one-handed. And then you push that in here. Oop, it's not going to work now. You push it towards the fuel line. You're going to hear it click. And as soon as it clicks, then you can pull that fuel line off of that side. Do the same thing on the other side. Just make sure you note which way this shows the flow going. That way you can install your new one the same way. And then the new one you just put up there, push the line on, you'll hear it click, and you're good. Alright, so new injectors are in. I'm going to take one of the little plastic tabs that came off of the other set, snap it onto the back here. Again, it can be really hard to do with one hand, possibly, but snap it on right here. You can kind of see the little grooves that it sits down in on both sides. Make sure it clicks. I'm going to take just a little bit of oil on the O-rings here, and then I will show you the next step. Oil on there, lift the fuel rail back up. And this is, again, going to be hard to do with one hand, but line your injector up where it goes there, and then you're just going to kind of wiggle and push until it clicks into place. Once you have it clicked into place, remember these little clips, This clip will go on. Alright. Find the little grooves that it sits in. Alright, gonna make a change to this after doing a couple of them. Slide that clip on there first. You can see the groove that it goes in. I'll show you on one, but you can see it's kind of the second groove down there. And then when you go to put this in, you'll push up on it and you'll actually hear it clip into place, and that seems to be going a little easier than the way I was doing it. And push that until it clips on right there. Alright, I've got all of them in now. Just want to make sure you can see the kind of the green O-ring down there. Make sure all of them are sitting down in their hole that they're supposed to be in. Everything lined up where it's supposed to be. Come to this other side, same thing. Yeah, they're all lined up. So now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a push here. Alright, got them all pushed down. They don't click or anything, but you can kind of feel them settle in a little bit. And then just plug all the injector plugs back in, and then we're going to start working on putting everything together back here on the top end. Alright, got the air cleaner back on. These 4 10mm bolts here. 4 8mm bolts to hold the fuel rail on. Plug this sensor back up with a vacuum line and a plug. This vacuum line running back to the intake. MAF sensor, plug it in, push that red clip in there to lock it in place. This hose back in place there. Again, just kind of double check, make sure everything looks like it's all plugged in, snapped in down there. And then on this side, if you'll remember, again, more, you have 2 of these on this side, 2 of the bolts that hold the fuel rail down. You've got this going into the side of the intake. That, I have that holding the vacuum line there. And that should be it. The only other thing, this gets knocked off super easy. So just make sure, you know, if that got knocked off, that you put it back where it goes. And then we're going to get the fuel pressure driver module. That was in the thing we did at the very beginning, up under the back of the vehicle. We're going to get that plugged back in, battery hooked back up, and then we'll cycle the key a bunch of times to build up pressure. Try to go ahead and get it where it's not dry firing too much, and we'll see what it does. Have the battery hooked back up, cycled the key now 5 or 6 times, kind of check through here and make sure I don't see anything leaking. Looks good on both sides. Check the fuel filter to see that that wasn't leaking there as well, so that's all sealed up nice. So now we're going to try to fire it. Runs a bit rough for a second. Now I'm just going to check again for leaks everywhere, and then we're good to go.